Hello, everybody. Welcome to ODU Esports. I'm Bryce Martin,
And I'm Logan Cerezo.
and we're here we're playing in Valorant against Boise for Valorant varsity. And you're one of the star players. Well, not the star players, but one of the players on the team, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm the sixth, seventh man.
Mhm.
We're running this weird experimental roster where we're having people play on certain maps, certain agents,
Mhm.
and it just so happens that I'm not playing the first map. So
So, you were telling me a little about it. You were probably gonna probably leave and go out and play at some point.
yeah, if the map bans go in our favor, I'll jump in map 2 or map 1, and I have to jump out.
Gotcha. So, this team is actually pretty fresh off. Like, you guys
Yeah.
have been playing too much. Like, how much interaction have you gotten with them?
Yeah, well, we've been talking ever since tryouts in July, but we didn't start practicing comps and team communication until like maybe 2 weeks ago. So we're pretty fresh off the block. We were scrimming last night. Last night was like where we truly started to click, if that makes sense.
Right, right.
And we haven't really had a stable roster yet. So
Ah.
the roster you see today will be different than the roster you saw in our show match against Vespa. It's the debut match of his name is GT Cats. Chance, I think he's gonna be on the Sentinel this time around. We did a few role swaps here and there. So
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're gonna take a little be right back, and when we come back, we're gonna get some gameplay, and I'll see you later. All right, guys, and we're finally ready to get back into it. And what are some things that you're kind of interested in, like,
Yeah,
seeing for this?
So there's a lot of ways to play bind. There's a double smoke comp. There's a double duelist comp. It's all just about a clash of style, right? So obviously with the double duelist, you'll be looking for the more aggressive plays, taking space on defense. With the double smokes, you want to be able to stall out, be more methodical with the rotates, manipulate what the enemy team will be thinking. But on the side of Boise State, it looks like we'll be running the double smoke chamber play. I think it was Chamber's been coming back into the meta recently. Have you? What do you think of that?
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of clips about chamber being used and everything. But it's very interesting to see just like a variety of different things coming out and being used.
Yeah, something to be looking for this chamber is how they rotate their utility around the map. You have to be more proactive with the chamber nerfs. You have to make sure that you're moving that trademark around, even with the buff to the range. But the reason chamber wasn't played previously was you had to be super close to your trip. And it looks like the mirror matchup coming out from ODU.
Okay.
It's gonna be. We'll have to see how they want to play it. We have GT Cats in his first match ever on the Brimstone, and we got Blue Jay on the Rays, Veer on the Viper, and Sky coming out for both. Honestly, I wanted to see what they're kind of cooking with the initiators, because I have no idea what people are playing nowadays with the Sky nerfs. Even I don't think the Sky nerfs are that bad.
Right.
But it's the half a second off on the flash could definitely affect trying to find info farther on the map, but I don't think it stops them from getting info down long.
Yeah.
So
it shouldn't do too much, I would say.
I think it'll be all good.
Yeah, as long as they keep adapting and keep going forward, a few nerfs shouldn't be too much.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, come back to us. Yeah. We have it's been an interesting night tonight. I will tell you that. It's technical difficulties all over the place, but we are still trying to get that together.
Yeah, but let's keep talking about the team comps, right? Honestly, this bind is definitely one of the more diverse maps that has come out recently. Not come out, but the meta developing on it is more interesting than it is the rest of the maps. Because if you look at Ascent, there's one comp being played, unless you're the guard. Then they play Viper. But so I don't know what kind of things are you looking for, just out of curiosity.
Probably not the map in general. I just kind of want to see, since like this is their opening night for our the Valorant team. I just want to see like their plays. Are they like more aggressive? Are they more defensive? Like how, like, because every single time that we get a new Valorant team, we have like a new style, a new way that they like to play. Like we see one person plays like, I don't know, Jet, and they're like flying all over the area, but then we got another Jet, and they're like kind of like crouching. They're like using like the things like what is it, the smoke bomb, the storms, to like actually block everything. So it seems like we're going back into it. Yeah, there we are. All right, same
team comp coming from Boise State, and it looks like the same team comp from ODU as well. So we will get this double smoke meta clash. This is more in line with the current meta.
Right.
So on the defensive side, we'll be looking towards the Viper, actually. I'm looking at the Viper because there's many different ways that you can play Viper on the defense and the attack, but I'm interested on how they play on the defense. Actually, maybe not the defense, but on attack. You might see the Viper defaulting her utility towards, I believe it's A short. It's towards short, so they have that info denial towards U-Haul. Catch rotators off, keep map control. Something very important to keep in mind on bind is the map info and where everyone is situated, because if you have someone deep in the site, right, that's something you're gonna want to look at in a potential pick, or honestly they could just straight up rotate off of it. That's a call. We were looking at the people from our scouting, and we recognize a bunch of these people, and they're high up on the list. We had to really watch out for
really?
their duelist player.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure about the rest. I'll have to read up on that later.
Mm.
But here we go into map 1 of Bind. Yeah, just really excited to see how our new Valorant team plays.
Right. Because what is it? You said that you trained like a little bit with it. Do you know any? we have like a little delay on it, but you know any like well, someone's good with these, or these like their main players that they use?
Yes, so this is the usual roster minus Jiggle. Instead of Jiggle, we have GT Cats coming out on the Smokes player. And actually, it's a little interesting seeing him on the Smokes because we've had him playing Sentinel in our recent scrims.
Right.
So it's a little interesting to see how we play together. We haven't played too much Bind, but that's okay. Just want to see the team cohesion. Coming into the round 1, it seems like we're having the Viper defaulting towards A, and the Standard trying to take B hookah coming out maybe. Like I said previously, we want to look out for this Viper lurk up A short.
Right.
Always something to look out for. And it seems that Boise State is primed to take control of showers with the Brimstone smoke. Going flash down B long to try and take that ult orb. Important to watch out the B ult orb, right? Something that's very easily taken from the defenders, right?
Right.
You know, it's very important watching the ult econ. As ODU walks up B long, they're looking to take the fight. Flash out from Boise State.
Oh, first kill. Okay. The whole team behind them though.
Trades coming out.
Good trades, I would say.
So what's it called? The rotates come through. 3v3 on the B site. A site completely open. ODU may be looking to TP here.
Right.
Depending on if they can
hit.
get this
as
one
long as they
pick.
oh, there it goes.
GT Cats
that
goes
was low.
down.
All right.
So is Nick.
3v1.
3v1 on hookah. Smokes player. Team captain Veer. On the only one remaining on the side of ODU. He's gonna be looking for this pick. Bomb dropped down B long. He's gonna be trying to take a fight here in the clutch. He's just waiting for the right opportunity in the clutch. As everyone settles down into crossfires.
Right. They're kind of at like a
left.
crossroads right here, because like if they play out a little bit, like they're gonna have to play a little risky in order to actually try and secure that victory on their side. But if they don't, then they're kind of at a standstill. So they kind of have to get in, or else they lose.
And
there
the fight
you go.
is taken, and it goes to the way of Boise State. It's important to look at how ODU approaches the attacking side on Bind. This map is predominantly defender-sided. I was surprised not to see the Viper wall default towards. Oh, never mind. Here it comes. Here comes the Viper wall.
As you say it.
I can't quite tell, but it should go down through showers in front. They might try and fight through this showers hold, right, with the Viper wall going through the TP. But here comes the eco on the side of ODU. Gonna try and play a little more grouped and risky here just to get the eco damage. And here again, there goes the ult orb on the side of Boise State to the sky. Already halfway to the ult. Something to watch for. The ult economy not quite looking so hot on the side of ODU.
Right.
ODU has full showers control, as you see, as the Boise State goes to group up towards hookah. And once again, the Viper defaulting towards short, as we've previously mentioned, right?
Right.
So the flash comes out for the side of Boise, gets info on people inside of showers, but they do not know how many there. See, you can see them running away and leaving one player to try and potentially find a pick, grouping towards B short, and the info comes out that there's indeed one towards shower. Fight taken short. Pick goes the way of ODU. That's one. Always looking for the eco damage. It looks like they're gonna fight into the stack into hookah. Never mind, backing up with the nade. Oh, that nade's gonna get a lot of damage to the combo utility, and goes trade, even trade. And never mind, goes to the 3v3. What guns retrieved by ODU is something to always keep in mind. Eco damage on the second round after losing first. 3 picks would be ideal from the side of ODU.
Right.
Just gonna try and see what they can do as they rotate towards the B site. There's 2 people. There's one all the way
10
up
seconds
in
left.
their spawn.
Yeah, they're kind of just chilling in A right now. They kind of have to move over. Yeah, ODU's in B. They're kind of
Spike
all
planted.
conglomerating right now.
They might try and no. Never mind. They back
Ooh.
up. They're gonna play safer here. Actually trying to keep hold of sight, and planting the GT Cats into elbow. Probably gonna let them pass. All 3 players of Boise State. The tap of the spike, sticking to half. One kill goes the way. One goes back.
Player
GT
standing.
Cats gets caught on the flank. 1v2. No one on. Half spike tapped, and the kill goes the way. That's a good eco on the side of ODU though, considering that the bye will be in shambles for Boise State.
Yeah.
Right? Because you always want to try and bonus the 3rd round if you can try and make it as clean as possible. The rifles come out for ODU. This is the true first look at what we need to see from ODU. We can't quite tell yet, but we need to see the state of the Boise bye because they might actually force up here. You never know. But it doesn't look like they will. This is the first true test for ODU.
Right. To try and overcome this, since they're a little bit. I feel like Boise's a little bit stronger in teamwork maybe, because they seem like they're going in flanks. Like in the beginning, they were all going together, kind of probably their strongest one go out and first, take the first hit, and then everyone kind of followed out with them to try and continue the line to clear out everyone else. But ODU's a little bit spread out, I would say.
You want to watch out for the duo between Cats and not Cats, 320 and Nick. Right, or the Ray, no, Blue Jay, sorry. The Rays in the sky is going to be someone that you constantly see together. This guy trying to set up the Rays for success, and the fight's taken towards Hugo. One for Blue Jay, the trade goes back, trade goes the other way. 3v4 in favor of Old Dominion. The spike will go down. It looks like they want to play towards site. Smokes are still up. One person on the site, the rest, one towards Hugo, one towards Long as the retake comes through. 2v4 for the old side of Old Dominion is favoring guns not looking so hot on the side of Boise. It's the job of Old Dominion, keep this clean as possible.
Right.
Because they're going against the lesser weaponry. They want to keep these guns into the next round, or else they will not be able to buy up.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like their comeback area. If they mess up here, it's gonna be hard for them to come back later on.
Right.
And it seems like they managed to do it.
2 for Cats, looking good, looking clean. The Brimstone ult up now. It looks like they've been given the bomb to Cats to plant every round. Like I said, you gotta keep your eye out for the ult economy. It looks like one on each side. The Sky Seekers and the Brimstone, the ult is on the line for the side of Old Dominion. Something I want to see is how they use are they gonna use it aggressively to clear out corners or whatever, or are they gonna use it in the post plant to try and deny the spike defusal?
Ah, okay.
As ODU groups around A main, this looks like there's 3 towards short, right? They're gonna be looking for take the fight, hopefully, and the trades will go the way of ODU. Watch for the showers pressure coming from Boise State. 2 people on the side. Dog comes out, clear out U-Haul. I don't know if they actually saw him.
Yeah, he kind of just slipped through everywhere.
They might, what's it called? Blue Jay taking the space. Does he expect it? Takes the fight. Fight taken, backing up. Plant denied by the utility of Boise State. That's a lot of utility to be using to deny. Fight taken. GT Cats actually loses out that fight. So did 320 Games. The Brimstone from Boise State for 2. For 3. As the fight continues. Man, you really need to be watching for the trades coming out from ODU. That's something that really needs to be cleaned up here. 2v5 for the map. Fight taken. Nick gets 1. 2v3. 1v3. Watch for the flanker. Full blind.
There we go.
It's okay.
Surrounded. There's not much you can really do. They did a hard fight by trying to get rid of 2 of the opponents from Boise to try and lower them a little bit more, but it's all you really could do at that point.
Well, we need to see the state of the buy for ODU. Do they have enough to buy here? Looks like they do have enough to buy. Only losing 1 in that 3rd round conversion. But I'm sure it's this for the side of Boise is that their economy is looking pretty good, as I can imagine.
Yeah, they're kind of chilling right now. So ODU has to like they're in the middle of like you don't really want to like do much on the buy, correct?
Right. Well,
Yeah,
you don't want to rebuy.
yeah.
You want to try and keep your rifles up as much as possible. ODU coming towards A short. The two players backing up actually to play retake here. They might actually stay back site and play plant denial like they did the previous round. And Boise State not moving at all. Two people still towards B, three towards A, as they re-clear towards showers. Nick takes the fight towards Brimstone and goes down to the Brimstone of Boise State. Flash to get info as he walks up to retrieve the weapon. Looks like they're on a lower buy with a few hero rifles. Molly goes out for Veer, trying to take control as they mate exec here. Oh. Two goes down for the side of ODU. Three goes down. One goes the other way. Blue Jay with two, but is not able to get any more after that. It's truly unfortunate to see the exec there. Yeah, we really have to start cleaning up the trades.
Right. These trades are making it harder for us to go into our favor. We have a little bit more for the buy, but it's gonna be. I know Boise is like doing so well right now, so they're kind of they have like the really good weapons to make it easier for their fight. But we're gonna have to start stepping up a little bit more in order for us to catch up a little bit more for the to make it a bit even.
The save coming out for ODU with the default utility once again from Viper. Honestly, the Viper utility will probably always be defaulting towards that A short position. Looks like they're going to get the chamber ult. That's going to be their win condition. It's something you want to look out for. This is their only real gun here. So they're going to be trying to set up this chamber as much as possible. Like I said, chamber very important about how they're going to try and play this. The chamber and the Viper really do control the pace and how much you're going to try and get from these map control perspective.
Right.
As they start to walk back towards shops, not quite sure where ODU is trying to go. They seem a little hesitant as they walk up behind this Viper utility. So good to try and find info denial here. Nade comes out and Nick goes down. He goes down. The win condition for ODU is down.
Right.
As the rest of the members are going to try and pick up the pieces of what is left for the round. Three players grouped up towards the B site. To try and see what they want to do. They're going to try and group up as a three and take these fights. That's the only chance to try and win that out. That fight was very important. If he got that weapon, that could have been it right there.
That could have been the game changer right there, but they're going to have to kind of fight for their lives over here.
Two ults go out from the side of Boise. One kill goes the way.
Okay.
That was actually not a bad round, all things considered. What they were bringing in, right? Because we have to remember the state of the ult economy actually going in favor of Old Dominion, right? Two ults on a save rounds coming out from Boise State. Two big ults actually. Ray's ult and Brimstone ult committed to secure the round. That's not always a bad thing, right? Because you don't want to be losing the ecos, but it's always something to consider in the long run that you are behind in ults. With the 0 ults to 3 ults on the side of ODU. This is a very important round to try and salvage what's left of the half. Brazel and Brimstone ults available here, perhaps on the exec. And Boise State taking control to break the Sentinel utility and is backing up. That'll force ODU to re-clear towards A short before they do anything. Can't hit a site when there's people flanking you. There's too many things to clear. The flash to clear towards A short. Nick exploring his options. Smoke goes down. He's just biding his time as the players for ODU group up once again towards the A site. I would really like to see them try and push different places or explore showers more.
Right.
The ult comes out. One for Blue Jay on the enemy raise of Boise State. Plant goes down. It's really interesting to see how they're going to play this as there's two people in TP for Boise State. Showers control not in the hands of ODU. You could see GT Cats backing up into short just to play for the utility. They're a little isolated here.
Yeah.
What we can hope for is that the trade goes equal. 5v4. Brimstone ult coming down to deny the plant. And 2 go down on the side of ODU. 2 go back, 2v2. Even numbers. We have the raise nade still for the next tap. Nade comes out. They can't stick through that. And I think we have the Viper Mollies. Viper Mollies coming out now for the plant denial. Perfectly played. Perfectly played. Oh, we have to. And the defuse is not able to go off. Perfect play from ODU, but very expensive.
Yeah. 2
ults used and all guns lost. With the economy already in a bad enough spot. It's really interested to see how they're gonna buy up into this round, and it looks like the rifles will come out for Old Dominion. 3 ults up on the side of Boise State. Always have to watch out for those. Looks like that ODU is gonna have to explore through B main this round, or hookah and long.
Right.
Boise State doing pretty similar setup to almost every round. Viper ult comes out to deny the space on B long. ODU have to take that into consideration, and whatever they're gonna try and push. Dog comes out to clear towards A short. No info gains other than that there is no one playing A short. Ult comes out to hold the position. Looks like they will try and end in A, or they're trying to manipulate the rotates as the players still have not moved from the B site. Players actually grouping up towards B. Veer trying to force Boise State to re-clear this ult. Hopefully to sow seeds of doubt on the side for the side of Boise State. Flash coming out to clear hookah. Then they know the alarm bells are ringing. They have to move. They know that multiple players are fighting this site. 1 pick goes the way. 2 picks go the way of Boise. 3. And that's the fake already gone. Already failing. The rotations coming through spawn. 2 on the side of Old Dominion. They have to find something here. Seekers come out. They have to find something, some sort of pick. Both players hit by the Seekers. This is not looking good.
This is not.
It dies to the utility of Boise State. Honestly, perfect play from Boise State, not deterred by any of the utility being thrown up by Old Dominion. Balls of steel, honestly. Because I would have see the Viper ult going down. I'm like, I would have to rotate, man, or at least move 1 person down. But they were confident in the set play that they had down. They were confident in that Viper ult on B long being able to hold it down. 1 player holding towards hookah. Similar setup once again. 2 towards long for the Skybird. They throw that Skybird very often to try and get the
info and everything.
Information, yeah. Sky Dog comes through TP in the showers, clear through. Now they know that there's no one there. There's no one B long and there's no one A showers, so they must know that there a lot of people are grouped towards this position on the side of ODU. Exploring in a U-Haul. They already have 3 players with the other 2 in the rotation. ODU's gonna have to make some sort of play to keep this round alive. All 10 players already grouped around the A site. Flash comes out, fight wanting to be taken. First pick goes the way of Boise State for the chamber. 2 picks, 3 picks of the side of Boise State. 1v5 for Veer. And he's done it before. He's made nothing out of it, but it can't be this time. The flank comes through for Boise State through showers. And it's not looking good.
Yeah.
7-2 is the score line. This is truly an important round for the side of Old Dominion.
And it seems like Boise has kind of figured out their idea because like they're doing the same tactic again. 3 on A, 2 on B, and then the Skybird's gonna come out soon. I'm assuming because they've kind of figured out their own their tactics for this because they figured out what ODU is not very strong against. Since they've gone so far against this, using the same tactic is going to work. So ODU is going to have to kind of adapt to these tactics and trying to figure out something on the fly in order to overcome this this strategy.
This is a little different actually from the side of Boise State. The same players, but they're actually fighting towards hookah. Previously usually giving it up. This is a new look from the Boise State. Old Dominion's going to have to try and figure this out on the fly. Bomb is actually in shops towards B site. That's different from what ODU is. They're trying to mix it up. I think they've identified that B site is actually the weak side, but the rotation comes through. The picks go the side of Boise State. They have to watch out for the smokes players of Boise State, because it seems that any player, 2 picks go the side of Cats, and he cannot get any more. Valiant attempt from the Brimstone of Old Dominion, but it just wasn't enough. That was a different look. I liked the attempt from Old Dominion to try and change it up. They're trying to figure out what the setup is from Boise State, and the thing about Valorant at this level, this is not your typical ranked play. If they see that you cannot adapt to a certain play, they're not going to change it.
Right.
If a team thinks that they can just win gunfights against you, they will run it down at you.
Exactly.
And it looks like they won't even.
They're not going to bother.
They're not going to bother and change anything. What we really do need from Old Dominion is some power play to get the confidence coming back, because I know it's a problem. One goes in, pick goes the way of Boise State, that nothing can be gained from the rays of ODU. The Brimstone actually going really low with the Skyhill coming out. It looks like they forced up here to try and get something out of this. One player on this B site they have to take now with the rotations coming through. Does not clear the one person under hookah. Gets 2, gets 3. And that does not look good for the side of ODU. They need to be clearing those corners. And we know that Old Dominion is largely a confidence team. They need to get the feeling up in order to progress, man. Like they need to get something going, because when they're losing rounds, they'll get down in the dumps. And Valorant is foremost a mental game, right? You can't. It's always going to be first mental. If you can't win the gunfights, you're not going to beat the enemy team strategically. So I want to see the energy to be cummed up. I want to see people not being scared and taking the fights, as the setup is still the same from Boise State, or at least similar. Actually, the rotation's coming out early. The operator towards B long, TP forced out. That's good info that at least the operator is towards B. I don't know if ODU actually commits to this. Blue Jay only having a judge here, the shotgun, trying to get the entry. Operator still towards B main as ODU explores towards B long. Flash comes out to get info, and there goes Blue Jay. He messing up the satchel, and it looks like he's lost. He gets the pick, but 4 go the way of Boise State, and that is the round. 10-2 half. Man, it's not looking good.
Not looking good at all.
All right, we have to be looking towards the mental reset for Old Dominion. Pistol round is something new. If Old Dominion want to come through and make a comeback, they have to win pistol round. Pistol round is so important in these rounds, or these games, just this game in general. You need to be winning pistol rounds. If you win both pistol rounds, that's an instant 4 rounds win.
Right.
4 rounds won, right? So looking towards the play for Old Dominion, they have to win this game.
There's no
Or
rule.
win this round. Looks like for Boise State grouping towards A main and showers. The Rays defaulting for the side of Old Dominion towards U-Haul. I want to see how they play this. If the Molly coming out to take the space, 3 players in showers. Looks like they really want to fight for showers this round. Dog comes out. I'm pretty sure that sees the Viper of Old Dominion. 2 towards the side. I think they're gonna try and give it up and play for retake, or deny the spike from going down. 2 on the flank. Make sure to watch out for this. But it looks like that Boise State is aware. 2 people looking towards their flank. 1 goes down to the util for Boise State. We have to really look towards the 2 flankers. Oh, 1v3 on this fight. Has to get 1. Does not. Both players on the flank dealt with. Now they have to get risky. Down short. 2v5 for Old Dominion. This fight is important. Has to go clean.
Clean.
Even trades is not enough. That's the rough truth once you're down numbers in this game. It's very hard to overcome the numbers of the enemy team, right? Looking towards the buy for Old Dominion. Looks like they will buy up a little bit to try and get some sort of eco damage in. The Viper wall defaulting towards Ace site, we have to look towards the star players of Old Dominion to really step it up. In the past, we've seen Blue Jay have his pop-off moments, and we've also seen Veer, the team captain, and IGL actually stand up at certain points. Boise State with the same default utility towards the Ace site. What I'm saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it, man.
Actually, they're trying something new. I think this is very important, Valorant, because utility is going to be used only in certain ways. It only really can be used in certain ways, right? So I think the future of Valorant is going to be making like one strat look like a different strat, right? So it looks like they're pressuring they're trying to pressure Old Dominion into making rotations toward the Ace site, but it doesn't look like it's working. Dog clears out the 2 on the V-Long. 5, all 5 grouped up. Has to get 1. Does not succeed. 2 picks for the side of Boise State's 4v3. Veer gets 1. Like I said, he has to get these picks. Gun dropped for the side of Boise. 2 guns in the hands of Old Dominion. Looks like Blue Jay having the Spectre and GT Cats having the Stinger. The rotation comes through to Ace site, and they are pushing towards their spawn. They know they are completely disrespecting the fact that the players could be here. 2 people grouped under the smoke. This fight is very important. Cats have to get both, and it does not go the way of Old Dominion. Match point for the side of Boise State, 12-2. Let's see what they can do. The shoddy buy, actually, for the side of Old Dominion. We really have to get something done with the few rifles that they have if they want any semblance of a chance to come for the possibility of a comeback.
Right.
Just there's not much to say,
not real
man.
much you can say, because it's like they're going through the same, not really the same tactics, but they know what they can do. They've kind of outgunned them in a lot of certain scenarios. The dogs are like really well for like pushing, because like last round, as soon as the dog was able to see that see where we are, they all started to push at one time and then managed to get a lot of picks down at one time.
Right.
It is literally just trying to get really good at going against these guys, because they're good at pushing. Like right then, it's like they go in, they all go at one time, they get 2 in together, they bait with the utility, and then they come in and then kill you right there.
I think we're gonna have to look towards map 2 for the side of Old Dominion.
Probably.
3 in the edge coming on the flank. GT Cats gets 1 back for the side of ODU. 3v3. But the superior weaponry is actually in the side of Boise State. I stand corrected with Blue Jay picking up a rifle. Fight goes of the way. GT Cats gets 1 with the molly, but the Rays of Boise State gets 2. 1v2 for the side of Nick. Rays ult out, and this may be wraps.
This may there it is.
And he gets the last kill with the Rays ult. 13-2 for the side of Boise State. Really just gotta be. It's a mental reset. The game has to be mentally won first before you can do anything else.
Exactly.
The fights were just not going the way of Old Dominion.
Boise was winning at the pressure game. Like Old Dominion was pretty good at like keeping their placement, but they were really good at pushing, good at keeping like teams together, making sure that they had like the right things at the right time, making sure they could actually hit their shots correctly. Like Boise was just kind of had us beat in certain places, but we will go down to map 2 to actually see if we can go beyond that and make sure that we can beat them on that game.
Something I want to highlight is they're not trying to manipulate the setup at all for the side of ODU. ODU doing their own thing, but the utility and the pressure was just not dealt with from the side of ODU on the what's it called? Specifically comes to mind the utility coming from the side of Boise on the defensive side towards B Long. Like utility just not cleared at all. But we look towards map 2, which is actually going to be Breeze. The roster's going to actually switch up a little bit. I'm going to be jumping in to have a different caster.
Right.
Coming to play pretty soon.
Well,
we've been cooking. But let's see on.
Yeah, best of luck, and we'll
Yeah.
go and be right back, and we'll come back to gameplay, and I'll see you in a second. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back, and we're here on Breeze. I'm Bryce, and we're here with Ben now.
Hello there. We are here live on ODU Esports. I was in control of the COD Esports team as they had their game earlier on at 8:30 on our YouTube channel at ODU Esports. So if you guys were not able to tune in for that stream, be sure to check it out on our YouTube channel, which will be there as Old Dominion did fall 3-0 to Cumberland. But we thought we had another game here at 10 o'clock, but that is not going to be the case this evening as they'll have to reschedule to next week. So now I am here with you, the one and only Bryce, and we got
What's
the
up?
dynamic duo once again
Exactly.
reunited, and we are ready for some Valorant. Now, I don't know what happened in Game 1 in Valorant.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure we lost because the last
We-
time I saw it was like a 6-1 or 5-1 advantage, but other than that,
Yeah.
my priority was the COD, but it is nice to be over here now and try to catch up on what's been happening here.
Yeah. So we lost 2-12, I believe. Yeah.
2-13, yeah, because it's
yeah,
13.
2-13. Yeah, yeah. It it wasn't pretty, I'll tell you that. but it is our first like opening strike. It's our first opening night, I would say. So I would say that the team needs to get used to like going against different tactics, because at one point Boise was just doing the same tactic over and over again, because Have Faith was talking about, if it's not broke, don't fix it, and that's what they were doing. So I hope this time ODU kind of picks up the pace and is able to actually recognize the patterns and keep going on that, because on the first like opening pistol phases they kept losing against those and then immediately was like going down the economy, like they were getting outpaced.
Yeah, so a good thing that you point that out. But another thing I want to mention as well is that this Boise State team is not a new experienced team compared to our Valorant team. At least with our Valorant team, our team is much younger and needs a little bit more time to mesh together and build that chemistry. But at least with Boise State, they're like one of the top teams in our conference because
Right.
now we're in our new NACE conference.
Mhm.
And Boise State's one of the tough opponents that we were unfortunately scheduled for to begin the season. But other than that, we were getting ready here for game number 2 with the start here on the defending side.
Gotcha. I like that you say that the Boise was actually a strong opponent because they've been doing in work. But okay, a nice trade of picks over there. Oh, we got a
Trades
good
on both sides with
trades
Niche
on
and
both
Veer.
sides.
They both get kills before they drop their lives. But other than that, a pretty good start there on the side of Old Dominion because even if you're gonna lose your lives, you want to always take out one of their members in the encounter.
Mm.
And it looks like that Faith and 320 here trying to make their way through the mid tunnel here.
Yeah.
Try to get on Bravo as the bomb's been planted. So Boise State is just playing time here. You can see the darts being thrown out, and you can see Faith loses his gunfight to Viper there. So it'll be a 3v2 advantage in favor of Boise State at the moment. But you can see Jay trying to get the dash in. Won't be able to do so. 320 would get the kill there, but it won't be enough as he will lose that second gunfight to the Viper, who had a 4-piece that round. So Boise State with a pretty decisive first round there with the 4 kills from their Viper in that round.
Like I like how you said before, finishing my thought before it started to pick up again. I like how you said that Boise is actually a very strong opponent to go against. So this should be a great trial by fire opening match, I would say.
Yeah.
A good way for them to actually practice going against a team with really high, like,
A lot more experience.
yeah, a lot more experience against a team that is basically fresh here. So for them to go against them and then probably practice off of this would be a pretty good experience for later on in the season.
And you can see that both teams not really coming near. You can see Faith has been getting that gunfight with Cyber, and he will get the kill there. But it'll actually be credited to Niche. So Niche with the first kill of the round as well. And you can see Boise State already has control of Alpha. They will get the bomb planted, so they will have time in their favor. And Old Dominion was committed towards the Bravo side and a little bit of mid, but you can see that now that they know that the bomb's been planted, they're going to have to try to overtake site, try to get the kills along with it, and get this bomb defused if they want to secure their first round of this map early on here.
The Vipers saw the peek out, so they tried to shoot at the...
Big trio there. Oh, big quad. Oh, it took the ace away from him. Sova. No, no, no.
Unfortunate.
It's unfortunate that it happened to us, but if you, I mean, that was a great quad right there.
Yeah, it was a
from their player, and Sova just took away that 5th kill with the possible ace. But, I mean, I don't think they worry about that much. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But it definitely would have looked pretty cool knowing that they got the ace there to secure that round. But other than that, Boise State up 2-0 early on in this match right here. They are trying to take game 2 of the 3. First team to win 2 maps of the 3 will be your victor this evening. And as you can see by the score, Old Dominion is down 1-0. So they're going to try to overcome.
But that slide doesn't work for the second time.
But Blue Jay did get the kill there. He probably get the second one. Won't be able to do so. And you can see FaZe lost his gunfight as well as Veer. So a lot of lives being traded off on the Old Dominion side, while one was only taken away on their side. So Boise with the 4v2 advantage as they will have the bomb planted on Alpha once again.
Ooh, nice from 320 right there.
That was a great pick. Definitely through the wall too. I mean, that's another big thing. But they do get one right back there, and you can see the dart being thrown out by 320, trying to get a little bit of info, and Niche is going to creep up a bit. Try to get the little peek on the head there. Not going to be able to do so. Ooh, nice flick.
Working nice under pressure right there.
And Niche is going to have to face a 1v2 situation here. He does have his U2 is down right at the moment, and Niche is going to just slowly try to penetrate to the site. Don't think he's going to have the time to defuse anyways.
Yeah.
But if he can get some kills here and try to finish off the round, and as we speak of that, he would not be able to do so. So Niche will lose his life, and Old Dominion will lose their 3rd round. So a 3-0 start in favor of Boise here. Like you mentioned before the stream, or mentioned when I first got onto the stream, that this Boise State team has been very skillful compared to Old Dominion, and they really have been racking up early rounds that have put Old Dominion in such a hole where catching up is not really in their forte compared to being ahead or playing competitively evenly. But at the moment here, you gotta you got to think that Boise State is enjoying what they see right now in these first 3 rounds.
Exactly. I wouldn't really call it because we are fighting back a bit, but I would say that this is pretty. I'm not trying to slander.
Lopsided. It's
Yeah,
kind of lopsided at the
yeah,
moment.
yeah. It's
here.
very lopsided, and I think Boise State understands that, so they're trying to go through more like forceful tactics. I would say they're not very like the one of the players that keeps sliding in at the opening round. I wouldn't say that's very smart because they keep losing from that, but they keep doing it because they know that they can probably put a little fear into ODU to make them push back a little more, because after that slide, then like 3 other people come back. So even if they get the first kill, it kind of just forces them to get back because they're kind of scared from what's about to come back.
Boise State using their abilities to get themselves a pathway to A. They pushed up in B, the tunnel right there that connects to B and mid. And you can see the shots there from Faith. He misses a lot of those shots, but 320 will get the kill back on the Viper. But trade on both ends there, but the bomb will be planted once again for these Broncos as they will have firm control of this round at the moment. Veer lost his life in his gunfight to the Vandal, and you can see NACE and 320 both losing their lives at the end there, and Boise State with a 4-0 control in this one right now. But it seemed like NACE had a chance there. It was all about timing in his part, when he put down his U2 where he can look in the camera of Cybers, and that was before they made the push to middle and they switched over to A. But if he was able to try to make something or try to at least contest in that situation, that he probably wouldn't have given them such an easy path to get over to Alpha and get that bomb planted. But it's just the lack of timing there, and you're gonna see that early on in the season, just timing being off, the chemistry not there, and also just the shots not being there as well, because we're at the very beginning of the season compared to how it would be more once these students finally get more games under their belt and have a little bit more experience as a team. But you can see Boise State wasting no time whatsoever. They will get the bomb planted. They will get the shots off on Faith. He'll get the kill there, but he loses his life as well as 320. So 2v4 situation for the Broncos, and 1v4 now with NACE losing his life. But other than that, the Broncos in firm control of this one at the moment here.
Just kind of have to patiently wait for a bit because there's not really much you can do except for trying to kill off as many as you can. And I say that, and he wasn't able to do it.
Life, yeah. He was basically trying to preserve life and try to keep that Vandal of his. But other than that, I mean, there's not really much you can do about it when you're hiding in a spot near mid.
Right.
And they'll catch him in that act, as well as Boise State was just trying to get away from the bomb before it got defused there. But nevertheless, they killed him. They took away his Vandal. He has to rebuy. And Old Dominion's already in a bad economy as it is, already losing these first 5 rounds. But being able to lose that Vandal alongside that when you're trying to keep safe is very unfortunate for Old Dominion, as they are just getting decimated at the moment here. You can see that Veer using his ability to try to see if he can fend off his attack. Can he get the shot off? Ooh, he had him in the scope, but that won't go as Faith and Blue Jay as well. Ooh, but that
nice
shot will hit.
Okay.
So one back. He won't be able to get the second one. 320 will get the kill there. NACE will get one right back with the Stinger.
1v3 at right now.
They know exactly where he is.
Yeah, NACE is gonna have to fight as much as they can back in that corner position right there, trying to kill as many as possible.
They have him tied up in there, but he's not gonna be able to get that second kill, as NACE will be caught there in the corner, as the numbers do not lie. And Boise State up 6-0, halfway to the 13 mark. For those that are new to Valorant and don't understand the game, the first team to reach 13 points in a match will be the victor of that match. And at the moment, you have NACE leading the way with his 5 and 6, and then you have 320 right behind him, 4 and 6, and then the rest of his ODU team at 1 and 6, unfortunately. So you want to see a lot more of a pickup on the kills there, but like we mentioned before, this is not a Boise State team to be taken easy on. This is a very tough opponent in Boise State, and they're showing it off in these first 2 games so far.
Right. They're actually like I was saying in the first game, the first round, like they're immediately like showing how much like their teamwork together with Boise is. Like they would stay close together. When one pushes in, another is immediately falling in with them. ODU doesn't really have much because they don't really have much experience playing with each other. I would say they need a bit more experience, but Boise is just showing off their experience with these first 2 games because they're already like together. They're keeping everything more compact, I would say.
That was a big pair of kills there for ODU.
Exactly.
ODU might have a chance to secure it around here. The smoke being thrown out by Jet to try to keep him on the bomb and trying to protect him. He's going to lose his life to there, but it won't matter though. The Cyber gets the pair of kills to end the round, but he's not going to be able to fend off Faith as he was there defusing the bomb. You saw Jet throw her smoke onto him once again to make sure that he was protected as he was defusing. But even though that they were probably going to lose all their lives in that situation, Old Dominion does secure their first round of the match. So that is a big round for the Monarchs as they finally get their 1 round of the second game so far. And if they do want to force a game 3, which is which is going to be much of a challenge, they still get one back here, and that's all you can do is winning 1 round at a time here.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to. There's not much I can really say without sounding like a broken record here. But yeah, they kind of just have to adapt and overcome here because Boise's kind of. I wouldn't say they're doing the exact same tactic.
They're split up at the
before.
moment,
Yeah,
trying to see which side is available for them, really. The majority is there by B, and you do see that one of the members there in that pack does have the bomb. So it might be a Bravo push at the moment here, but if they see something that they like at Alpha, they could make the rotation through middle like they have done before. But you can see 320 is kind of having an angle there, and you can see the Viper wall being thrown up. So it seems like the bomb is going to be planted at Bravo, and they will make their move. And you can see that Blue Jay will lose his life in that encounter. So ODU will be a man down as they got the bomb planted on Bravo. So we'll see what they can do here. Faith trying to get a little bit of shots off. He's going to use his ability. But NACE will get caught by the Vandal there at mid. But Faith will get the one piece on the Sova. Can he get another one? He's not going to be able to do so. But that was a clean one tap there from Faith. He'll get the second kill as well as Veer. Veer will get another kill. And 320 will get the third kill. Or the final kill, I should say. And that'll be another round for Old Dominion as they now have made this a 2-6 game.
You failed. Now flee.
Big round for Old Dominion there. Big 2 rounds, to be honest. Winning back-to-back rounds for the first time of this match and kind of getting a little bit of better economy on their side so that they can build up better loadouts and being able to win or at least contest with more of these gunfights rather than being outgunned for the majority of it because Boise State's been in firm control of this game so far. But you have to like what you see out of this Old Dominion team. They have been able to hold off that Alpha site and being able to preserve the Bravo site. As you can see, the Alpha was working out for a little bit, but they've kind of shifted their focus to Bravo. So let's see what they can do here on the defense. Veer is going to get hit by some util. But it seems that Boise State's doing the same thing again. Faith will get a big pair of kills.
Faith,
and he'll get a triple.
Oh
my goodness. A triple out of Faith will give Old Dominion the advantage here. He'll have a quad in this round so far, so it'll come down to a 2v1 situation, or 3v1, I should say, my fault. But Faith with a big 4-piece of kills.
Big play.
And he saw the 5th guy. Can he get the ace?
30 health left, so he has to back up a little bit more. He can't be more aggressive, but
play life. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
But this is a big round for Old Dominion right now. They have 3 lives compared to the 1, and it looks like NACE will get into that encounter there at mid. He's going to probably peek it again. He's probably going to get picked. No, he won't.
No.
So Faith is playing flank. He might be able to get the ace here. He's going to try. He will not, but Veer is there to clean it up, and that will be the round as Old Dominion has won 3 straight rounds, and they have made this a little bit more of a competitive game than we had anticipated at the beginning here.
Yeah, I think they're starting to shape up a bit more. Like just seeing like they're getting more accurate, probably getting more on like their buy sheet because like maybe Faith is like that's their better gun because like earlier they weren't able to get as much because of their terrible economy, but now they're actually shaping up. They're able to actually catch up a bit more.
And you can see the op being thrown out on on our team, I think it was. And I think Faith, yeah, as we speak of that, Blue Jay saves Faith's life as that player was going to peek the window as Faith was trying to get himself an angle there on the tunnel. And you can see Old Dominion at the advantage at the moment here. They are starting to play like a team already, as they're trying to make this one a little bit closer here. They were down 6-0 in this matchup, but they have won 3 straight rounds to make this a little bit more competitive than what it was in the first 6 rounds. But you can see that Boise State has made up their mind, and it looks like it is going to be an alpha push. It's just a matter if they can open things up and have a chance to get there and get the plan off. But 55 seconds left to play. Man down. Boise State's going to have to think of something here if they want to try to recapture this round.
Seems like they're all pushing together. Where's the...
With the help of that Viper wall, yeah.
Yeah.
The Viper wall is playing pivotal. Niche kind of has an idea that someone is that they are there, and they'll have more info as Blue Jay will get the kill there. He'll get a second one. My goodness, a triple of kills for that off this round. And Faith and Niche both get the pair of kills to end it. That is another round in favor of this Monarch team. That was a big, big round for Blue Jay as he gets a trio of kills with the Operator. And that Operator will be in their favor at the moment here, as Old Dominion has won 4 straight rounds in this game, and they have really built more momentum on their side as they're going to try to get 1 round closer to tying this one up. But you got to love what you got to see out of this ODU team. A much better performance out of this game than you would have seen in game 1, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly, yeah, very much so. Game 1, it felt like they didn't really know the map that much, or wasn't really as skilled as they were here. But Faith was talking to me earlier, saying that he was very. This is like if this map gets pulled, he's getting called in, and I can see why, because he's doing quad kills. He's one of the last people alive. He's putting in work right now.
And Veer was the last one alive, and he will finish off his triple for the round, as this Boise State team is starting to crumble a little bit. And Old Dominion has won 5 straight rounds here, as they are 1 off from tying this game at 6. Not something we thought we'd be saying after that beginning of the game there. They won 6 straight rounds, and it seemed that Boise State was in firm control of this game.
Right.
But that is not the case anymore, as Old Dominion has won 5 straight, and they are looking to tie this thing before we go into our final round of this first half, before we switch things out. And teams will be on the opposite side. So Old Dominion will be on the attacking side, where Boise State will be on the defending side. But with 1:30 to go, early round, it seems the idea will be on Alpha once again. So Boise State is going to look to try to clear things out. Veer will get the first kill of the round. Blue Jay will get his op kill. But you can see Veer and Niche both lose their lives in the encounter. So it is a 3v4 situation in favor of Boise State. But Blue Jay does have the ultimate at his advantage. And you can see that Viper helping out a little bit.
Blue Jay keeping their eyes on while Faith goes and pushes out a little bit. Make sure that they got their eyes on their backs and help them a little bit more.
The idea is still here on Alpha, so they're dead set on getting this bomb planted here on A. And as we speak of it, it's getting planted right now. And you can see the Sova, the ultimate from Sova is coming out, trying to get a kill there on the plant. Won't be able to hit anybody, actually. Blue Jay's going to utilize his ult. Can he get someone with a knife? And have Faith with that big pair of kills. Oh my goodness. It comes down to 3v2. And another big kill.
Goodness.
Have Faith with a trio of kills to overcome sight. He will get on the defusal. Can he stick it? And Blue Jay will get the final kill with the op. Another big round for Old Dominion. They were down 6-0. And now it is tied at 6-6. My apologies, Bryce, but my goodness, what a round that was.
This is crazy. How, like I thought, you know when people say like, oh, don't want to, when Faith was telling me like, oh, you don't want to see me on this, like, you know when people say like, oh, you don't want to see me with this character, you don't want to see me on this map, like I thought it was just one of those situations. He was not kidding. He's doing work right now.
I really want to point out that Blue Jay is making work of that op as well.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. It's Faith, Blue Jay. Like, actually, all of them are really doing extremely well here. Like,
Can we see that scoreboard one more time, please?
Yeah.
So Faith leading the way with the 12 and 8. You have his members of his team basically kind of bunched up there. You got the 9, 8, and 7 there from Blue Jay, Niche, and Veer. The 320 with the 5 and 9 at the bottom.
Right.
But other than that, pretty evenly matched here, as Boise State was running away with things at the beginning of this match. But Old Dominion has pulled back and has tied this thing at 6, as we have switched sides for the half. And now it is anybody's game here in the second half. And you can see Sova getting a little bit of information. I believe 320 is playing Sova, so he'll try to use that dart to try to get some information, see if anybody's peeking that area. Now you will have an open area to kind of peek mid here, and 320 is going to take his chances, and the Viper will throw her poison down. So a little bit of damage done to 320, but nonetheless, they do have some more info than they had already gotten here. And you can see that they will make their way towards Bravo here, and they're going to try to open things up. They're not going to know that that player is still there, and they're making a rotation through mid, and you see the shots being made. 320 and Jet there to contest with it. Nothing doing on any end, and the rotation will be made on the Alpha as it is open for the team. But as we speak of that, Faith will lose his life and that gunfight, and it'll come down to this plant right here. Blue Jay will lose his gunfight as well. Bomb's been planted though. Big kill there from Veer, but he's not going to be able to get the second one, and it'll come down to Niche as he loses his gunfight after that kill. So Boise State kind of getting a little bit of momentum on their end now after losing 6 straight rounds. And that is the first round they've won in quite a while, so that is a big boost in morale on their end for sure.
Exactly.
So let's see what Boise State can do here. They are on the defending side of this match now.
Because I'm going to assume it's going to be like how it was like earlier this round where ODU has to try and like not really adapt, but like they changed from defender to attacker, so they're going to have to like change things up a little bit. Their tactics have to be slightly different. But they can still keep if they can keep the pressure going and the rhythm up, it should be fine to keep going for these last rounds, because the last few rounds that they played phenomenally. All you have to do is just keep it up, and I guess
just play strategically.
Yeah,
that's
just
all
play
that matters right
strategically.
now. You got to make sure that you're doing things in the way that you want it to go, rather than just trying to throw lives here, because this could go either team's way. And as we speak of the early round there, Blue Jay will lose his life in that first gunfight, as well as 320 in face. A trio of kills on the side of Boise State to start the round, and that is what they want to kind of build off of that momentum that they built from the last round. But let's see what they can do here. 5v2 advantage in favor of the Broncos. Veer and Niche are the last ones alive, as we're going to try to see if they can get on the Bravo here. And you can see Veer gets a little bit of info there outside of the smoke. He's not going to be able to do anything with those shots. So 45 seconds left to play. They really don't got anything to do there. They're going to try to get the bomb, but that won't be the case with Veer and Niche. Both lose their lives in their encounters. And that will be the round, as Boise State has captured back-to-back rounds after losing those 6 straight.
Yeah, really making them work for it. They saw how strong they were in the last few rounds and decided to step it up a little bit more in order to keep up the pressure again. I guess they kind of have to understand that like ODU isn't going to go down a little silent, so they have to pick up the pace a little bit more.
On my way.
So Old Dominion hasn't really made up their mind what site they want to do at the moment here. It seems that they have that Bravo's being locked down, but their best bet might have been Alpha, because they did get on the Alpha and they were able to get the bomb plant down. But you can see a majority of this Bronco team is defending Alpha, so it seems that Bravo may be more open for Old Dominion to try to peek in now and try to see if they can get something open. And you can see the rotation being made by the Boise State team, so they are going to go a full rotation to their spawn. But that is not going to be the case for Old Dominion, as they'll do a rotation themselves. The full team is going to their spawn, and it'll be a rotation on both ends of the map, and it's just a matter of who is going to figure out who made the wrong rotation first. But it seems that Boise State has a few members making a rotation back to Alpha, but that will be a little too late, as Faith will be on site. He will get the bomb planted. Veer loses his fight. So man down for Old Dominion, as they're going to try to defend this bomb as it has been planted here. 320 will get a little info, and the dart's coming thrown out, but Blue Jay loses his fight as well. And Faith is going to lose that gunfight, so it'll come down to a 5v2. No lives lost on their end. Boise State's really playing very well at the moment, and they are going to be able to win all those gunfights. Viper with 3-piece in that round. And Boise State taking a little bit more control of this game, as it's gotten a lot closer than they had anticipated. But they now have a 9-6 advantage. They are 4 rounds away from victory overall this match. What can Old Dominion do to try to get back in this one and try to force a pivotal game 3?
They kind of just have to do as best as they can, because like I would say Boise has them pretty beat on like the great options for like where to plant the for where to plant the bomb. Was it spike here? Yeah.
It seems that Old Dominion is not as fluent on the attacking side than what they would be on the defending side, at least with this map in particular. I think that ODU favored being on the defending side, and they were able to win all those later rounds. But it just seems like they really have not had a strategic game plan when it comes to the attacking side of things on this map. And they've really been trying to work on B for quite a bit. Niche is still peeking there, and he'll get caught from the one shot on the Vandal. That is unfortunate as Viper catches him lacking. But other than that, Old Dominion at a man disadvantage here as Boise State's going to try to do something with that. And you can see Faith 320 loses their lives as well as Blue Jay. Lives being lost back, left and right on this ODU side, and Boise State just having firm control of this one. Veer will get one back there, but he's going to lose his second gunfight to Prestige or KO in this instance. And it'll be a 10-6 advantage for the Broncos as they are one round closer to match victory this evening.
Here.
This ODU attack is really not working out at the moment here.
It's not doing too much, I would say.
Yeah, Boise State has won every round since the half switch, so they are really doing well on the defending side rather than what Old Dominion was showcasing on the defending side early on.
Right. I feel like the defending side's pretty optimal for this match between both teams. They've actually been pretty good on both sides when it comes to defending, but they're just gonna have to get used to attacking on both sides.
And something to also point out is the fact that mid has not really had a lot of action than I was anticipating for this type of map. Because this map has a lot of action going on in mid, and as we speak of that, trades on both ends as Faith loses his life, but Blue Jay will get the kill back for ODU. So a 4v4 situation here, as Old Dominion's going to try to do something with splitting the map here through the spawn. Niche will get the kill there on this Boise team, but he'll get caught with the one shot on the Vandal. My goodness, that's back-to-back rounds. Niche has been caught with the one tap to the head. But nonetheless, Old Dominion has made their way to Alpha. They're going to try to get the plant down with Alpha. They do kind of have a little bit of info that that player might be there. But bombs being planted as we speak. Blue Jay is not going to be turned away that he should be. I don't think they have any idea that Cyber is there on site, but they're going to find out sooner than later. But Boise State has multiple players coming from the spawn as well. Blue Jay better be careful. 320 better be watching that side. Blue Jay will get caught, as we say, be careful. But Veer will get the kill there, and 320 loses his life. It'll come down to Veer, a 2v1 situation. Can Veer get the 2 kills? He'll get one!
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
That was so close. I know that they're bleeding. Okay, yeah, not too bad.
He will have more than enough time to get that defusal off, but I really thought Veer had that nice pair of kills to secure the round there for Old Dominion.
Exactly.
But that was not going to be the case, as Boise State is now 2 rounds off of winning this match against Old Dominion this evening. But that was a big chance there for Old Dominion. That was the closest round that they've had on the attacking side, at least for this half. But they weren't able to get that final kill in that encounter, and unfortunate too, because it seemed that Blue Jay had been out of what's the right term? He was just he was just not in his position basically. He was just in the middle of all that hecticness going on. You had the 2 players come from spawn. You had the Cyber on their side, on the opposite side by their end, and it just seemed that he just got caught in the crossfire. Like he had to commit to one or either way. And as 320 is just coming out with a knife, he's lucky that Niche is there to get the kill. But 320 would still lose his life in the encounter anyways. But Niche did save his life on that first one, but not being able to save him for the second one. But other than that, it is a 4v4 situation between these 2 teams, and you can see Blue Jay and Cyber both moving up there. Trying to see if they can get towards mid. You can see Jay still rocking the op. He's been doing very well with his op this game.
Exactly.
Or this match overall. But we'll see if they can extend on this. And you can see that Faith will try to make his way through mid. And Blue Jay tries to get an angle on A. Won't be able to do so. Niche loses his fight. My goodness. Faith is going to be the last alive. He'll try to get the shots off. but he will not be able to get the kill as they will lose the life there, and it'll be match point for this Boise State team as they are looking to end things this evening with a decisive 2-0 victory over this Monarch team. And you can see that they're being led by the 23 kills on their side, and then on the ODU side, Faith leading the way with his 13 kills, followed by Veer and Niche with 11, and Blue Jay with 10 kills himself. And unfortunately, 320 with the 5-15 record at the moment here. But
This goes here.
there's only so much you can do against a very talented opponent in Boise State. Boise State is very talented for their esports programs, especially with Valorant, and they're really showcasing that in this game so far. Even though that it was a little bit of a scary moment there, giving up those 6 straight rounds to ODU. But other than that, they have come on a 6-0 run themselves here in the second half, and they've really taken control of this game here. Veer will get the kill there himself before he loses his life. 3v3 situation between these two teams. ODU has to win out if they want to continue things here in game 2. But let's see what Blue Jay can do here. He'll probably get this done there. And I don't know why he would switch off the gun there. But the 3-piece of kills at the end of that map, or at the end of that round, will be the deciding factor as Old Dominion does get the victory here. But my goodness, what an effort by Old Dominion there in that game, though, because you had mentioned in the first one they lost 13-2, and then they lose that one 13-6. So a little bit of more of improvement on their end. But I mean, you definitely saw that the defending side of that map in particular was definitely a lot more comfortable for them as a team rather than on the attacking side, because they did not even win one attacking round. They lost 7 straight rounds when they switched sides after being 6-6. And that was all she wrote as Old Dominion drops game 2, and they will drop both games overall this evening, and Boise State will be the victor. But overall, what's your assessment for both games this evening for this Valorant team?
So I would just say that our Valorant team, this was a nice trial by fire. Like you said, Boise's team is pretty good, so this was like pretty good to like see like what more like tactics they need to do, where they're lacking, because this kind of just opened them up for that, because if they went probably against like probably a weaker opponent, they probably would not have seen what they're missing, their holes in their plans and stuff. But in order for them to have a strong opponent, they're able to see what they need to do better, what they need to do faster, what plays they need to do, what things they need to not do, and they need to conserve. Like, this is a very good lesson for them in order for them to do well this coming season, I would say.
Yeah, and like I mentioned before, they are in a new conference, so they are going to be playing a lot more high-class opponents here throughout the season. And all props to Boise State. They were just a better team overall this evening, and they should have a bright future ahead of them for their Valorant team as they look to be a lot more competitive throughout the regular season. But overall, Old Dominion, they have a lot of things to work on, but there's a lot of things that you can look back on anyway. That turned out to be better than what we thought it was. It was a lot more competitive than I had anticipated for that game too, but nonetheless, many improvements to frown upon, and that's just something they'll have to build up on in the next week when they'll get ready for their next match for Valorant. But other than that, I do not believe we are doing an interview this evening.
I don't think so. No.
I don't. Okay, so we are not doing no interview this evening, so we're gonna wrap things up beforehand. But if you guys did enjoy the stream, be sure to support ODU Esports here on Twitch and also on our YouTube channel, because we do have our secondary streams on our YouTube channel for when we have multiple games being streamed throughout the night. We want to try to get as much coverage for both of those games out there as we can. And this evening, like I mentioned before, I was on COD. We were doing COD before we switched over here to Valorant. But nonetheless, we'll be live tomorrow on ODU Esports, as we'll have Super Smash Brothers being streamed here on the main stream here on Twitch. So if you guys are Super Smash fans, be sure to tune in for that. And then for YouTube, we'll have our Rocket League stream being streamed on there as well. But other than that, any final remarks from you tonight before we end things here?
Nah, this was just a great game from both sides. It just allowed us to see what's happening and what we can learn from that. But other than that, pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, so that will be it this evening, as ODU Esports does fall in both COD and Valorant. They lose this Valorant match 2-0, and they did lose their COD match earlier to Cumberland's 3-0. But that will be it for ODU Esports this evening. We hope you enjoyed. We hope to see you tomorrow for both ODU Esports streams on YouTube and Twitch. And also be sure to follow us on all of our socials on Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social platforms as well at ODU Esports. But that's gonna be it. I have been your host, Benjamin Draper.
And I'm Bryce Martin.
And we hope you have a wonderful night.
You have a nice one.